on, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Q&A. Thank you everybody for watching the first one and leaving their feedback. It's greatly appreciated. If you did happen to miss the first one, I will post a link right up here so you can watch it. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you to Vitamin One for hooking me up with this hat. It's a great performance drink. You can visit them at drinkvitamin1.com. So let's get started. Alright, so question 1, how do you break a plateau in weight loss? So the biggest thing for me, the first thing that I like to do is look at the overall caloric intake of the client or myself, and then reduce. So if you're hitting a plateau, that means that something's obviously off with your diet. First thing you should look to do is decrease your calories a little bit depending on what your meal plan is. I truly like to go into carb cycling. I think carb cycling is great, having a high or low day. I think it's very beneficial for weight loss. So the first thing that I would do is I'd go over your caloric intake, probably reduce the calories a little bit, or you can dive deeper into what protein, carbs, and fat needs to be reduced. And then I'd probably move into something like a carb cycle. All right, so question number 2 is, what are the biggest mistakes you see people making in the gym? Number 1 is probably that mind-muscle connection that you really need to focus on when you're lifting if you're serious about what you're doing. A lot of people are just going through the motions, which is not going to do anything. Yeah, you might be a little sore the next day, but you're really not connecting with that muscle, and that is the most important thing in why you were in the gym in the first place and why you want to make gains or lose weight or whatever the case may be. Number 2 along with that is form. Obviously there's a ton of people out there that just aren't either educated or aren't mindful when they're working out. So I think that's a huge thing. And then lastly, intensity. So if you really want to go in and have a good workout and be sore and hit the muscles that you're trying to hit, you really need to turn up the intensity. So you need to not be sitting there on your phone, not resting for 5 minutes in between sets. Get in there, get some volume in there, and short rest periods, and just get intense. So those are probably the 3 main things that I see for mistakes in the gym. All right, question number 3, would a workout plan work for me from bodybuilding.com? Yes, it will work for you. Will it be the best plan for you? Absolutely not. So the biggest thing with bodybuilding.com is they put out a lot of content, a lot of workouts. They're all great, but they're not custom to you. So whether you're unproportional and you need to work on something specifically, which is how I like to do it, that won't work for you. So the whole idea is to get a workout program or plan that's custom built for you and your goals and your body. So in the long run, yes, actually in the short run it will work, but in the long run you're going to need to want something more custom to your body to build up your weak areas and suit you better all around. Question number 4, is diet or training more important? I would say that they are both very, very important, but to me, nutrition is always number 1. Why? Because you can train 5 hours a day, 7 days a week, and unless your nutrition is on point, you're not going to get the results that you want. It's really that simple. So you can have an incredible personal trainer, you can have a great training program, but as long as if your nutrition is off in any way, shape, or form, you're not going to get the results that you want, and you're not going to see the changes in your body that you need. So ultimately for me, nutrition is always number 1 and is definitely more important. Alright guys, so 5th and final question. Why is sugar alcohol bad? So first, what is sugar alcohol? Sugar alcohol is a carbohydrate that comes from plants and is then chemically altered. So you think artificial sweeteners. So first of all, if you're not a fan of like the Splenda and stuff like that, you're probably not going to like it too much, and those people will say that it's bad for you. I don't think that it's necessarily bad for you. It's not bad in small doses, of course, but I think over time, if you're eating it every single day in large amounts, like anything else, that it can get bad for you. The biggest thing for me is probably with my competitors. I don't like them to have it closer to contest prep, only for the simple fact that if you're eating too much of it, it can pull water and air into your digestive tract and cause some inflammation, some gas, things like that, which obviously we don't want leading up to contest. Besides that, I really don't think that it's that bad for you. Like I said before, unless you're having it in large doses or large amounts, then it's not too bad. So the biggest misconception is that when people see sugar-free, they often think it's sugar-free, but it's really not, because all it really is at the end of the day is a form of sugar that is just chemically altered. But it does still hold calories, so don't forget to count those. If you use gum as an example, you can turn over the pack and look, and you will see, like, 2 grams of sugar alcohol, but 0 sugar. So just be aware of all those little things, especially if you're a diabetic. But all in all, I don't think it's bad for you. I just think small doses is key. Alright guys, so that wraps up episode 2 of the Q&A. Like I said before earlier in the video, if you did miss the first one, I will post a link up here again so you can watch it. If you have any questions for me at all, you want me to touch on any subjects in this channel, just feel free to post a comment below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and more good things coming soon. Thanks guys.